I swear if another person tells me to smash the freaking like button, I'm gonna go crazy. Social media people, stop doing that. Anyhow, guys, my recent thoughts on color. I've done videos on color before, lure color. Does it really matter? Short and simple answer, yes. Sometimes it's all the difference in the world. Other times, it kind of matters, but it always matters. So let me give you a little story first. A couple marches ago, me and my buddy Obedy Williams, we're out back, we're fishing. Our other buddy Travis Averill, he's headed over to fish with us. We all got drop shots on. I found an offshore school on the private lake I live on, heck of fun. They were all balled up super tight. Well, anyways, me and O were using MM3 colored worms. That's the Margarita Mutilator. It's that purplish brown kind of combination, black, purple, brown, kind of like a PBJ. And so we're smashing them. And Travis shows up at the dock, and he's got same drop shot. We set the dropper exactly the same, line, weight, everything, hook, everything's the same, except he's using a Morning Dawn color. Now, I'm not saying MM3 is better than Morning Dawn or Green Pumpkin or what have you. There's time and place for everything. What I am telling you is that he was throwing to the exact same spot as us, and this is like a 100-foot plus circle they were all balled up in. So there was no missing. And me and O probably caught like 8 to 10 fish on each side of him, and we rotated. It did not matter. And we're all thinking, there's no way an active school that fired up, there's no way they're going to be that selective. Travis switched, wham, 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 same thing. Now, I want to give you another scenario. So I was thinking, okay, they can sit there, they can analyze it. It's kind of like bait scent. You know, if it's sitting in that strike zone for a while, it could make a difference. But I also ran into a scenario where I was out punching, and I timed this spot a few days earlier, and I found good punch fish on the California Delta. I was using black and blue, same lure. I won't even say what it is. Same lure, black and blue. I went there, same tide, same everything, conditions identical. I knew the fish were there. I didn't get bit on black and blue. I put on Green friggin' Pumpkin, and I caught 6 fish out of the same 300-400 foot stretch, going right back through. Now you could say, okay, well maybe you just flipped to different stuff, but that's not really the case. There was isolated toolies sticking up through hyacinths that I was flipping to. I was flipping to the exact same thing, and it was a subtle color change, but it's an 1.5 ounce weight flying through fast. These fish were grabbing it instantaneously. So I find that baffling that fish can analyze something that fast. And I'll tell you what, these bass, I don't really think they're evaluating our stuff and actually thinking about it. I think it's always an instantaneous decision. Everything that they make their decision on is instantaneous. In Mother Nature, you really don't typically have time, you know, unless it's a big swim bait and they follow it and they're curious and they strike it out of curiosity. But I think when it comes to like lure color, it plays a very, very large factor. Now, I don't want you to get discouraged and go out and fish all day and be like, I probably just had the wrong lure color, because you know what, maybe you did. But here's how I want you to think about it. When you're first going out and you're locating fish, all right, you're looking for them, use a color you have faith in. If the water's kind of cleaner, like a Green Pumpkin, dirty, a black and blue. During the post-spawn, a lot of shad around or shiny bait fish, white always works remarkably well. Those are your extremes, like your Green Pumpkin, your black and blue, and your white. Those are your extremes. Those are where you should really always kind of bounce around. If you know there's fish in an area and you try those 3 colors, chances are one of them would have got bit. Or if you're on a pattern and you're catching fish on a plastic or a reaction bait and you know they're already biting there, sometimes it's going to be worthwhile to have a couple of baits rigged on where the color's slightly different. Believe it or not, you could be hauling butt with that lure, and that slight color is going to make a difference. Another situation for this, we were throwing kind of a semi mid-range diving crankbait 3XD. My buddy Travis Averill and I had a more of a dark red crawfish on, and he had the molten craw, which is more of a brown white. Not a drastic difference. We're out fishing smallmouth on the Sacramento River. He was behind me, and he was out fishing me probably 3-1. This is a fast lure that is deflecting. They were analyzing it at that speed. Now, some days, if fish are just super active, I don't think subtle color changes make a big difference. But in all honesty, guys, I would put money on the line if I had cloned myself, found the perfect pattern on a place, but one of us figured out just a slightly better color to that pattern and lure. I guarantee you that guy's gonna get a few extra bites. It's like dropping down line diameter. You're gonna get a few extra bites. So does color matter? Today in 2023, I would say it matters way more than I truly ever thought it did. I knew it always mattered, but to what extent did it matter? Man, I really, so now, and this is a weird thing, and I don't want you to really go away doing this. Like if I go fish and it's a tough bite, I always come home and I'm always sitting in my truck and driving home, and I'm always thinking to myself, was there a subtle color change I could have made? And the reality is, there probably was, but maybe not. I don't want you to get strung out on that and think like that's always the case. Try what I suggested there, but just know there is always that perfect color that they want that day, and maybe you didn't figure it out, or maybe you can refine your bite even more if you want to get all crazy about it like I do. I'm Nick the Informative Fisherman, guys. Appreciate the follow. I'm on all the popular social media channels. Thanks for watching.